Angie here again. Today I'm going to have a play with these Pixie Powders. A black distress ink, not the oxide, just the distress ink. And the Pixie Powders are Sun Yellow, Aubergine Dream, Emerald Green, and then I'm going to go over with the Flirty Sky, because this is the Pixie Sparkles. This is one that will give you the glitter on top of the shimmer. Right, I'm also going to be using this Spellbinders 3D embossing folder, very pretty flowery one. I'll be using that today. And my card base is an A5, 15 by 20 centimetres. Sorry, 15 by, I haven't even written that on right, have I? 15 by 21 centimetres, A5. Basically an A4 folded in half. My matte layer will be 14.5 by 20 centimetres. My topper will be 14 by 20 centimetres. And I've also cut myself a frame ready rather than messing about later. The same size as my topper, 14 by 20 centimetres with quite a wide aperture inside, just a basic cut. Okay, so let's put those to one side. So I'm going to start off with my Pixie Powders. Now, I'm going to spritz a little bit of water first, just to make sure they stay put. And a real fine spray. In fact, I'm going to do this on my black cloth, so I don't get a mess everywhere. Right. And I'm going to randomly spray some of these Pixie Powders, should I say sprinkle, some of my powders on there. It's the yellow, it's the Sun Yellow, Aubergine Dream. I don't want this one, I think this comes out quite dark, I don't want it to overtake everything else. Should I do it? A little tiny bit in the middle there. And the Emerald Green. I'm going to put that mainly around these edges, because that's where the leaves are going to be. A little bit in the middle. Just a little bit. This stuff goes a long way. I'm going to go a bit more with that yellow. That's it. And then just top them all off with the sparkles. It'll have a pinky tint, but it'll give it a nice little... So we'll have a shimmer and a sparkle on there. There we go. Right, let's see what we get. Water spritzer. We don't want to over spritz it and end up getting too soggy. Ah, that's nice. Bit too much colour on there. I don't want to mingle the colour too much. I want to stay pretty much where they are, like that. Get rid of some of that excess water. Right, now I'm going to dry that off to almost dry. I can leave it slightly damp, because then it'll go through the embossing folder a bit better. It loosens the fibres. When you're 3D embossing, it's best if you just spritz your paper to give it a bit of a, just to loosen the fibres a bit in the paper. I haven't used watercolour card. I probably would have been better off using watercolour card for this. Let's just see how it goes. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I think that's dry enough. Excuse my arm, front of the camera. Yeah, let's see what I mean by that extra. You get the shimmer anyway, but then you get the sparkles as well. I hope that the camera's picking that up. Beautiful. So let's move that out of the way. I'm going to put that into my embossing folder, but before I do, you've got your, from the front side, keep the front side clear. That's your recess. So on the bits that are raised, I'm going to keep that clean. The bits that are raised I'm going to keep clean. The front side, which is the way you put your paper in, then run through that way. I'm going to go over all of that with my black ink in the hope that it doesn't go into those recesses. It shouldn't, because it's a 3D and it should be deep enough, but let's see anyway. And I just want to completely cover that. Oh yeah, that's nice. Completely cover this with my black distress. The whole thing. Bit not as black as I'd like it to be, but we'll see what comes out. Let's go with that. And then I'm going to put my picture in there, face down, like that. And I'm just going to run that through my machine. My old faithful. Got in a bit lopsided. So, let's see what comes out. Oh yeah, I quite like that. So it's a very similar idea to the blackout. I don't know if you've seen the blackout embossing. That's really effective as well. With the blackout embossing, basically what you do is you use your recessed side and you put colour onto, everywhere that's recessed, your flowers, your leaves and everything else, and then obviously the colour that dips down will stay where it is, but then you just swipe your black over the whole thing and you end up with what's called, it's a blackout embossing, but the colours still come through, but the black highlights where all your petals and everything is. It's fantastic. I'll show you that one at another time maybe, but that, I'm happy with that. That's really quite pretty. I would have liked it to have been a bit darker, but it's pretty all the same. It's still a little bit damp, so I'm just going to dry that off a bit more. I suppose to get it darker I could run it through again. I could try running it through again, but I don't know if it would move. Should we see if we can get it a bit darker? I think we should. let's run it through again. Let's re-ink up and run it through again, see if we can get it looking a bit darker. So, which is the side? That's keep that side clean. Oh, going for a wobble. Let's see if we can blacken this a bit more. The thing is, my pads are not that juicy, and I'm waiting for a new ink pad to come, but let's see what we get. See if I can line that up again. For God's sake, keep moving that blooming camera. Should sit in place. What if I tape it down a bit or something like that? I don't need to. Let's have a look. Let's give it a go anyway. Let's run it through again. See what we get. I think it's moved a little bit darker, not an awful lot. Let's give that a quick wipe. Keep the folders nice and clean, and then we shall, what do you think? I think it looks all right. I think that looks all right. I'm quite pleased with it. Let's have a go at layering it all up, and we'll see where we go from there. So that can go on to there. Yeah, and then obviously I'll have a frame on top like that. Whether to stick it directly down or raise it, I don't know yet. And that will go on there. Like that. What do you think to that? Without me actually physically sticking it down, I think that's come out quite lovely actually. And then obviously you could make a little sentiment, pop it across the corner or across your bottom there. I think that's pretty neat actually. I'm quite pleased with how that's turned out. Nice quick video as well, so I shall see you again soon, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.